Over last few years, what we have seen is there has been a clear shift in operator space from traditional VAS services to digital VAS services. If you see, the traditional VAS services space is shrinking over the years and the revenues are declining. But if you see, there's a lot of new opportunity which is coming up in new age VAS or digital services domain, as more and more organizations and industries have decided to move towards digitalization of their services. So a brand new space has opened up for operators who are really looking at increasing their revenues, because the declining revenues that they are seeing in traditional services and in traditional VAS have to be compensated by new age services which are typically in the digital services domain. Now, if you see, in addition to declining revenues, what are other things which an operator is facing as challenges today? One is, how do you really manage the IPRs associated with all these services? It's a very, very difficult and tedious job for any operator to manage all these things. As digital services span across multiple industry segments, it's virtually impossible for any single entity to be able to do justice, as all of these services in different industries have a high level of specialization which is required, which an operator by himself cannot really develop. If you look at some of the other aspects in terms of what are the opportunities operators have because of the networks that they have created over the years, and what is the value add that they can provide to these digital services in the coming area, is in terms of mobility. They can provide the reach to the digital service providers. Second thing that they can provide is, because they have been closely working with their customers over the years, so they have been able to develop a lot of consumer insights, which any new digital services player is really very much interested in, to know how to reach out to their consumers in a most cost effective way. And that's where we believe operators have a significant role to play in being able to provide a lot of value to the new digital services players, while overcoming the challenges which operators themselves are facing. And if you look at why would digital services players be interested in working with operators, I think there's a very, very important reason for that. Is today, if you see, in social media and in digital advertising space, the cost of acquisition for all these digital services players is very, very high. Now, because operators are able to provide them much more segmented consumer insights, it can really help digital services players reduce their cost of acquisition of these consumers. And what we have seen is, typically they can reduce their cost of acquisition by almost 30 to 40% depending upon the market and the kind of service they are launching with the customers. So there is a clear benefit which accrues to digital services players working together with operators in the new area, which is what we call as digital business management. Now, if we have to look at where digital industry space is going to go from here, if you see today, most of it is centered around entertainment content and services. And as new age services in the digital environment come, as they are being introduced regularly at a very, very high frequency by the digital services players, more and more new services which will be beyond entertainment will also start playing a significant role in any revenue stream which an operator today has or aspires to generate later on. Now we can look at it from three different perspectives. One is, what will happen to the entertainment space, and what will happen to the new age services which are going to come in. If we look at entertainment space as such, I think entertainment space itself will be enriched by immersive technologies, whether it's centered around AR, augmented reality or virtual reality, and with increasing role being played by artificial intelligence in this environment. And as we see, a lot of new digital services players are using these technologies very effectively today, and they are able to create very compelling services for their consumers, and I think those services will start playing a significant role in entertainment space for sure as we move forward. Now, if we look beyond entertainment services in let's say education space, learning space, in healthcare, in insurance, in travel, I think all these industry verticals today are exploring mobile world in a way they had never explored before. And what we believe is creation of services using mobile environments, benefits that they can provide to their consumers can really create very compelling and enriching services for the consumers. And that's where what we believe is operators will have to work together with these new industry segments. And because operators really don't understand these segments, so a closer working between these new industry segments and operators will open up tremendous opportunities and challenges for all the players involved. And that's where what we believe is people like Mahindra Comviva can also play a significant role going forward. That's it. Thank you very much.